you're used to those anyway, aren't you?
Yep.
So if you could just give me a blip on the throttle, then just hit the brake for me. And then yeah, cool. Just to make sure I have to do it on camera to make sure it's all,
Okay.
you're happy to go. Are you happy and comfortable at the moment?
Yeah, feel good.
Wicked. Cool. So if you want to get the car into drive, so it's a stalk on the right, looks like an indicator. If you pull
This
that
one
all
down
the way,
to drive, yeah.
pull that all the way down. There we go. It shows drive.
Yeah.
We're just going to put the hazards on, and what we'll do is we'll take ourselves out.
Okay. Do I need the
I'm
mirror?
going to take control of that.
Oh, okay,
you don't have to worry about what's going on behind you. Cool. So I'll keep the hazards on. We're going to follow the road round to the left, and it's going to take us onto the access road. 30 miles an hour max speed. Just be aware of that. And the reason for that is just because we sometimes get underage kids in the under 17s just driving backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
So we can do that. But what we'll do is we'll head to the South Circuit first, which is at the very, very end of this road. So you follow all those through down. Yeah, if we follow all the way down, and then what we'll do is just do a few laps to get the car warmed up, make sure you're happy and comfortable, then we can go have some fun. I slept like a log last night.
Did you?
Jeez, man, I was so tired. Didn't even do anything yesterday. That's the thing. It was
just been a busy week.
Just busy week, yeah. Just busy with bits and bobs. So can you see where the glass bus shelter is?
Yep.
What we're going to do is we're going to go left, just coming up. You'll see it in a minute. And then we're going to go left and left again. Just follow it around in a clockwise direction. Cool. Yeah. I'm saying left there. Cool. Left and left again. Cool, and just give me sort of 2 slowish laps. Just want to get the heat in the engine, then we can start to play around with the cars. So you were saying when we went up to Mini Motor, you haven't done any rear-wheel drive stuff really before, have you?
Not properly, no.
Cool. Okay, that's fine. We can have some fun on the wet circle as well. Yeah, but then just follow the road straight.
Keep going
Yeah, the amount of people who end up going down there. Yeah, you'll be surprised how well these things handle. They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Considering wheel drive, yeah, really good. Cool. So in these cars, we've got Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and we'll have a play around with those so you can see the differences. So the car at the moment is just in complete comfort. So we've got suspension dampers that can be softened or hardened, which can be done manually. Have you used paddles before as well?
No, I've never done pedal shift.
Cool, we can have a good play around with those as well. Super easy. The right to go up, left to go down. The nice thing with these is you don't have to worry if you by mistake pull the gear. If you try go down the gear too early, the car won't allow it if it thinks it's going to over rev.
Oh, okay.
Which is great. So it just means
you don't have to worry.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. So many people, that's what people are mainly worried about. They think, oh, if I don't blow the engine, you never blow the engine. So this is in comfort. Let me just put it into Sport Plus now. And you can see if you can feel the difference. So throttle sensitivity goes up a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you can feel it.
Feel that.
Yeah. Makes a big difference. And because we've got the S as well, we've got 510 horsepower instead of 510 instead of the 480. And this has also got the exhaust button as well, which makes everything a lot louder. See what I mean?
Really kicks me.
Yeah, I tend to find if I ever drive these on the road, I always have it in sort of comfort or sport, but obviously if I'm going for a Sport Plus, because it is that sensitive. So do one more lap, follow them around, then let's get onto the drag strip.
Yep.
We can see what this thing can do. What are your plans the rest of the afternoon then?
I think we're going to get something to eat after this.
Yeah.
And then hopefully just chilling out for the rest of the day.
F1 on later as well.
Oh yeah, what time's that?
I don't know, I think it's 1 o'clock or 1 or 2.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be the first time me and Georgia have actually been back on a weekend together where we can actually watch it live.
Yeah, so it's quite nice.
Yeah, because usually it's always like reruns. It's just a pain in the ass when you can't find it. Cool. So yeah, we'll follow this all the way around. I'm going to come off left, and then let's get ourselves in the dynamic area. Let's back into comfort. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, come off left, and then we're going to go right back down the access road. Just remember 30 miles an hour.
Okay. Follow this car down. Yeah, you clear left. All good. Yeah, all good.
Cool. So halfway down the left, you're going to see there's a set of blue cones. If we go left into where those blue cones are, we're going to go left and left again, and then we'll just line up in one of the 3 lanes, probably either lane 1 or lane 3.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So if we go left,
Just in here.
yeah, it's quite tight, so it's a bit wet. Cool. So keep tight to the left. We'll line up in lane 1 here. So between these 2 blues, and we'll have a stop. Cool, so this is the dynamic area. This is basically where we can see what this car can do. So we're going to do this run 3 times. We're going to do it in comfort, then sport, and then sport plus.
Okay.
And what it's going to be, it's going to be foot to the floor on the accelerator. We're going to accelerate up between the 2 white lines until we get to around, do you see where the blue and the orange cones are?
Yep.
When we get to around there, I'm going to say brake, and I want 100% hard as you can until the car comes to a stop.
Yep.
So you can see the traction control system's working, and also the ABS systems.
Okay, so when we get to those cones,
when we get to those cones, I'll just say brake.
Okay.
Cool, so...
Yep.
You ready?
Yeah, just flat to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure it's in comfort first. Yeah, when you're ready. Brake. Hard as you can, go on like that. Excellent.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's quick. Hazard lights come on automatically. It's a standard feature along all the German range. Do you hear that grinding noise?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that's the disc. It's actually just the motor just pushing back.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's comfort. So we'll take ourselves up to the top. You can
Up
see
and left, is it
yeah,
again?
4 cones just round to the left. But you can see it was super delayed when you put your foot down. It didn't really sort of waited, and then the power.
Yeah.
So that's good. Obviously, the traction control there is just starting to kick in, stopping the wheels from spinning. But also because it's in comfort, the throttle's a bit lazy.
Oh, okay.
So we'll do that again, but this time in sport. And we'll see the difference.
Don't expect it to stop that quick as well. When I was getting to the end, I was thinking, wanted to brake.
Yeah, no, they're unreal. That's the thing. Wait until you get when we get onto the track later. It's just ridiculous. Cool. So we'll line
Same
up.
again.
Yeah, one again. Yeah. This time, we'll put it in sport. So, when you're ready. Brake. Good. Excellent. And it's super controlled, isn't it? The
Yeah,
car's not
it's
squirreling
not
around
turning
at
it,
all.
yeah.
No. And with these
So
cars.
is that the car doing all that?
Yeah,
all
the
that?
car's got something called ESP, which is you can just carry it
Yeah,
around. It's called Electronic Stability Program. So what that does is, if it feels the car moving, it can apply brakes on each individual corner. So it just stops the car from moving around. Obviously, you can turn the systems off, which you will be doing later when we get onto the wet circle, where we're doing some drifting. But for the moment, we'll just leave them on.
Yeah,
but yeah, mega these cars.
Yeah,
so,
it's just
so good.
so stable.
Yeah. And because this is now the 4-litre twin turbo, you can genuinely get about 25 miles per gallon if you're driving it sensibly.
Really?
Yeah. Whereas the old 6.2s, I mean, if you're lucky, you've got 12.
Bloody hell.
Cool. So we'll go left and left again, and we'll park up behind Chris. Cool. So this time we're going to go Sport Plus. So this is sort of the top.
Yeah.
Race, which we've also got here, it's the same as Sport Plus, but it's just dialed off some of the electronic aids.
Oh, okay.
So again, we can have a play around with that when we get onto the circuit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad it's not raining today as well.
Yeah, much better like this, isn't it?
It's hot. Yeah. It's horrible for you guys as well. If you've never done anything like this before, having to drive in the rain, it sort of ruins the experience a little bit if you're not confident with the car.
Yeah.
So once they've vacated, I'll give you a countdown and we'll go. Right, ready? Sport Plus, let's go. Brake. Good. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, so you can see the throttle's a lot more.
Really,
just as soon as
much
you get
more
on
responsive.
100%. And it just gets going a little bit quicker. The aids aren't as aggressive as they were before, so it just sort of allows a little bit more wheel spin just to get the car going. Cool, right, what we're going to do is we're going to go back down the road, but this time we're going to head over to the wet side, which is so you can see what these cars do in basically it's an ice situation.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, so we'll go left again, but this time we're going to go left and right. And you can see there's 2 cones that are just on their own where the white line is. We just have a stop there.
Just in there.
Yeah. Cool. Then we'll just have a stop. Cool. Right, this is a good one because the surface that we've got on here is called Avatar. It's an oil-based paint. When wet, replicates ice. I mean, it's so
really slippery.
Slippery, it's unbelievable. So we're just going to do this run. We're going to do this run twice. We're going to do it at 20 miles an hour, and then we're going to do it at 30 miles an hour, just so you can see the difference in braking.
Okay.
You can see the 2 blues are.
Yep.
Around that area, I'm going to say brake, like 100% brake first time. Just hold the brake until the car comes to a stop, and then we'll come around again, and then I'll mix it up a little bit. Yep. So I'm just going to put the limiter on this. With the limiter, if you go full power, it disengages, so half throttle's perfect, and it will just keep you up to, let's go 20 actually first, up to 20. So
just hold it about
half throttle's perfect, and then when I say brake, hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Cool, let's go. Miles an hour feels so slow, doesn't it? You're like, come on, let's go. Brake, 100%. Perfect. So you can see how slippery all this car is. Very, very slippery. But the car again is pretty stable. So what I want to do is show you how good the traction control system is, considering this is completely like ice. The car's still don't ride. If you switch the car off and back on, sometimes these do this when it's back on. Yeah, and if you put it back into drive. Put it all the way down. Yep. Right. So full power and just bury it.
Yeah.
Yep. How good is that? Just completely stops. All wheel spin.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Really,
So
really good.
clever. Left.
So we'll go up to the giveaway sign. Yeah. And then we're going to go back.
Is there wipers?
Oh yeah, I'll do that for you. And then we'll go right. Line up again. We'll do that again, but this time I'm going to just do it. We'll do it 35. Actually, makes it a little bit more interesting.
Keep going to look in that mirror just out.
Yeah, I know it takes. I can always tell drivers who actually do look, because I've had guests who literally didn't even bother looking once. You just think, what you like on the roads.
So right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, you can push in front of these guys. It's slow. Cool. Right, let me get 35. Right, so track control. Could I get some water on the wet straight, please? So 35 miles an hour this time. We're going to accelerate up. Again, when we get to the blue cones, 100% brake, but this time take your hands off the wheel.
Oh, really?
Fully off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see what the car does.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, when you're ready.
Let's do it.
35. Brake.
It's so tempting just to grab it.
It is.
Bloody yeah.
But what did you notice with the car when we did that?
It was staying pretty straight, really.
Didn't do anything,
yeah,
did it? It just
sort of
literally
swam around.
stayed straight. And that's the ESP system. So time it detects any sort of movement in the car, because I've got gyros built in, it will just increase brake pressure on the right or left. Just to keep
Different
it straight.
sides to keep it straight.
Just made up.
So you don't really have to do anything.
No,
do you?
with all the systems on. But what we're going to do now is we're going to start talking about turning the systems off. So what we'll do is we'll go up to the giveaway sign, we'll loop up to the same place again. This time we're going to do something a little bit different. But yeah, I mean the systems now, Jimmy, in new cars is ridiculous. You know, that's what I like about this. It gives people confidence in sort of all the toys. That's what you pay for with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, because you don't normally really get to mess about and stuff like that.
Exactly. Cool, so what we're going to do is we'll line up same place, but this time we're going to do something called a T-junction pull-out, which I'll explain in a second, but that's basically showing what happens when you have all the aids on and when you have all the aids off completely back to back. Yeah. So again, we'll go right.
Alright, let's jump in.
Yeah, just jump in, it'll take a little ages. Cool, so what we'll do is we'll just have a stop where these blue cones are. So, can you see where the white and blue barrier is on the left-hand side?
Yep.
What we're going to do is drive up towards that, and very slowly, this isn't part of the exercise, just to get us set up. And you can see where the 2 blue cones are on the left-hand side.
Yep.
I want the front of the car facing that way, in between those two blues.
Those on the left,
just before we get onto the wet surface.
Okay.
So if we drive it there nice and slowly, and then we can do that. This one's a good one. Right, and we'll stop there. Right, so this is just to show the traction control systems on these cars. I don't know why these things have start-stop. It's a 4 litre.
Okay.
No, that's all right.
Is
No,
it right,
just these stupid start-stop buttons.
it's-
Yeah, pointless. Right, so the scenario is, I don't know, you've bought one of these, you're on your way to work, it's like -5 outside and you've come to a T-junction. You look both ways, you can see a car basically where they are and you think, yeah, more than enough space to pull out.
Yeah.
You pull out, you think, oh God, the car's actually going a bit faster than you think, so you put some power on. 510 horsepower, black ice rear wheel drive. So this is with all the toys on. So we've got traction control, everything. So nice slow pull out, and then when I say power, give it a good squeeze of power, and then drive yourself down
that way.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So when you're ready, nice slow, nice slow turn out. Yeah, good. And then squeeze of power. Good. Good. And full power. Excellent. Nice. Good. So you corrected that nicely. Did you feel it? The car was almost sort of lurching a little bit on when yeah, we'll go up. That's right. Did you feel like you could feel the brakes starting to work on there when you did it?
I didn't know.
That's all right. Yeah, it's fine. So basically, when you started to correct the car, it was quite late initially.
Okay.
And if you didn't have the systems on,
that would
probably would have spun. But the car, the front right, I could feel it. It was just starting to bind, stop the car from over rotating. But this way it gets good because we're going to do that again, and now I'm going to turn everything off.
Okay.
Everything off. We'll see what happens. So again, we'll park up behind these guys, and then we'll line up where we were before afterwards. And then we'll go head over to the wet circle and do some drifting.
Yeah. Nice.
Which is always good fun. And then we can head onto the track.
That's where the video of you just going around and around.
Yeah.
Like full luck, isn't it?
Yeah, all the way around, yeah. Well, that's the inner. We won't be on that because that's normal road, but the surface will be on there. It's like this, very slippery, so it just means you can get a good feel for it.
Yeah.
Just have brake lights flash as well as a standard scenario. If you're on the motorway and you hit the brakes hard, I usually hit the hazards, but cars do that now. So they do everything for you. It's ridiculous.
Don't even have to think.
No, it's ridiculous. And this is cool as well. They've got all the engine data on it, so it's got all your horsepower and torque. So the toys this has got, I think it's got vehicle data as well. Yes, it's got G-force and everything.
Oh really?
So brake, throttle, and then if I put it into Sport Plus, it's got a G-ball.
But so it gets the position of
G-balls. Crazy, isn't it? So if we line up in the same place again. Yeah, nuts. So it shows exactly all the G-forces. I can see exactly what your throttle's doing and brake. Yeah, I know. So many toys on these.
What would something like this be cost-wise?
Cost?
Yeah.
Second hand, you could probably get one for about 50 now.
50?
Yeah, brand new. They're sort of more towards, I think, about 80.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
These are dropping, so they're a good car to get second hand. So now I've turned everything off. So same again, nice slow pull out, and then squeeze it power.
Have I got to try and save it?
Yeah, try and save it. See what happens. Good. So nice slow pull out. Good. Yep. Squeeze the power gone. Off the part. And it grips up on the side. But even if you just give it a squeeze of power now, feel it. So massive,
really slippery.
Massive difference. So it just shows how good those aids are.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the giveaway sign. This time we're going to go straight across, and then you can see where the white and red barrier is. We're just going to stop before there. And I'll explain what we're going to do, and then we can go have some fun. Cool. Yeah, and you can see the white line just there. If we have a stop.
That one.
Right. The wet circle. So again, the same surface as what we had back there.
Yeah.
The lane we're interested in is the very, very dark black surface. You can see it's very slippery. It's where the jets are putting the water on.
Yep.
The outside is just normal asphalt, so it just means if you spin the car, which is inevitable to happen initially, I can get on the brakes, so you can. The car's going to stop. You're never going to end up in the barrier. The inside lane, which you can see, tend not to go onto that because again, it's very grippy. It's pointless. So you just got to keep between the two white lines. So what I'll do is we can head on. What would you prefer? You probably prefer to go clockwise, wouldn't you? That's the way you do it in the UK. Yeah. We can do both ways anyway. But yeah, so if you head on, we'll go into the middle, and all I want you to do is just one lap around and just have a play around with the car. I've got all the systems on at the moment.
Okay.
So just give it a squeeze of power, see what happens. You'll see how slippery it is. Yep.
Yeah, you can feel it working now.
Yeah, exactly. And again, big squeeze, go on, full back. So yeah, you can really,
you can't.
and then you get understeer.
Yeah.
So you can really feel it. It's really helping just to sort of get out. So if you go slightly out to the exit, it's a bit, yeah, there we go. This is it. Yeah, it's a little bit more slippery on the outside. So again, give it another squeeze. There we go. Excellent. And again. And again. Cool. So yeah, the car's tending to dial in towards understeer. You're familiar with understeer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you turn the wheel and the car goes straight on. Oversteer is with the rear brakes. Now with these cars, I've got an intermediate setting called sport handling mode. So it lets you have a bit of fun in the car, but if you're being too stupid, the car goes, no, not having this.
Okay.
I will then bite in again. So have a go with it now and see the difference. See, it just starts.
Gives you a bit more.
Starts to come a bit more. Good. And again. I'm on the brakes, and you can see how good the outside is.
Yeah.
It just grips up.
Just go.
Keep having a go. Good. See, and you can feel those brakes just starting to work.
Yeah, saves you, doesn't it?
Right, everything is now off.
Okay. Nice.
Excellent. Let me just put it in Sport Plus. Makes it a little bit easier because it's more throttle sensitive. Okay, good. Excellent. So yeah, big difference, isn't it? The car just tends to come a bit more loose. Exactly. Yeah, and again. Nice. Just beware of this car. So I tend to just keep about half a circle's width because obviously if you spin out of control, it takes ages. Yeah, it won't slow down. Oh God, what are they up to?
Is it quite ripply, the surface?
Yeah, to be honest, the surface needs to be redone again. It's quite it's not smooth like it should be. But if you can drift on this, you can drift on anything.
Yeah.
The biggest difference really between this and maybe a dry or a wet road like that is the speed's a lot higher.
Okay.
So you've got to be very quick on getting that correction in.
To catch it.
Exactly, because if you don't, that's where you get in trouble. But you always balance a slide on the throttle, not the steering. Loads of people think you balance
sort of
the steering.
turning,
yeah, it's a throttle. So when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it can be quite punchy on the throttle. Again. Good. And again. So yeah, it's still very, very grippy around here actually, considering. So yeah, keep going, this is good, Jimmy. Yeah, no, really good. Seriously. Off the bat, I'm on the brakes. And then round.
God, it goes so quick.
It does, that's the thing. You've got to be, a lot of people, you know, don't think as soon as it goes, it goes.
It's just gone, yeah. It's fine line between getting it to go.
Yeah, that's it. Again. It's just having the confidence just to get back.
Just to kick it and then...
Off. And then straighten up. Oh, sorry. Back round we go. I spent hours on this, it's great. It's such good fun. So, yeah, and again, so remember, balance the throttle. So it's if you can get a smooth throttle going on, or you can just counteract it. The steering should
just hold it.
Yeah, it should just be minimal steering.
Okay.
So, right, so slower you start, the easier it is. So bring it back a little bit more. Right, now go. So good amount of power on. There you go. Again.
Spin it around.
Yeah, good.
God, man, it's so hard.
Yeah. If it was easy,
so just more on the throttle?
Yep, so it's just getting that rear out and then just balancing it just nice and smoothly all the way. There we go, good. See what I mean? See, that was good. So you kept the steering almost sort of at about 20
Not
degrees.
Really too far.
And then the throttle, that was just keeping the car going all the way around.
Okay. A bit more like that then.
Yeah. So. Good. So it's good. So the basic components of drifting really, the throttle moves this axis.
Yeah.
And the steering. So if you want the rear to come out more, you just apply more throttle.
Mm-hmm.
If the rear's coming out too much, you start to blend off the throttle.
Okay.
So the steering.
Are you touching the brakes at all? Or not really?
No. Because if you hit the brakes, you stop wheel movement, and once you stop wheel movement, then you've completely destroyed all directional stability. So if the wheels are locked, doesn't matter where they're turned, they're just going to slide in that direction.
Keep sliding.
Well, give it a go. If you get the drift there and then hit the brakes, see what happens. So if you get the rear out, just straighten.
Yeah,
exactly. And if you go too far and hit the brakes, then there's no way of.
Oh, okay.
But when you sort of start to drift, even if you're using the lock, I always tend to keep about 5 degrees of safety. So it just means that if you've got that little bit, you can just click it and it will just pull the car back in again.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep going. Go. There we go. This is it. That's good. That's better. Good. And you get that little bit of lock, so the rear came out. And because you're using the throttle now, how much easier is that?
Yeah, it's more controllable, isn't it?
So many people who've never done this before always think you balance the steering. You balance on the steering.
Doing a lot on the steering.
But then you can always tell if you see people, because the car's moving like this all the time. It should just be nice and smooth.
Just gentle on the throttle.
Just all the way down to now. Okay, thanks.
Hold it off the part. Sorry.
Really slippery, is it? You can feel like just getting around.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Good. That's right, I'm on the brakes.
That would have shot me straight over there.
Yeah, that's right, and that's the other thing as well. If you overcorrect it and it grips, then that's when you can see it. I'm sure you've seen it with idiots in supercars, haven't you? Where they wind the power on too much and the car just spits them out.
Straight into the side.
Cool, when you're ready. Here we go. Good. Here we go. Jimmy. Good. Right. So you did something called counter steering there. That's right. And then we'll go back around.
That way.
So yeah. So what you did there is the rear started to straighten up a little bit. And it's a common thing people do. They suddenly wind a lot of back, loads of neutral lock back.
Too much the other way.
Too much, and then the car suddenly, because on this surface the car takes time to catch up with itself, because you've then gone back to neutral, so the car goes, okay, I'll go back to neutral, and then as the car goes back to neutral, then you put the power on, and then that's what causes the spin. Exactly.
Around.
So it's all just being.
So it's just a bit more gentle with the steering.
Just being super smooth, yeah. Good. Cool. So what we'll do is we'll come off here. We'll go have some fun on the track, and then we'll come back onto it. That was good. Seriously.
Yeah.
The amount of people who do that first time.
Left or
go
across
straight
it?
here, yeah, and then we're going to go left. The amount of people who do that first time and they're just spinning every single time. So that was good. Right. So we're going to take the next left. You can see where the bus shelter is again.
Yep.
We're going to go left, stop where the two barriers are. I'll just explain the rules of the circuit, then we can go out and have some fun. Do you want a hot ride at the end? I'll give you a quick blast round if you want.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Cool, so we go left
there,
yeah, and then you can see the double lines.
Yep.
We'll just have a stop there. Cool, so with this circuit, it's very, very narrow. It's supposed to replicate a country road, but we can still push on this. We can have some fun anyway.
Yeah.
That's the biggest rule here, is no overtaking. If we need to overtake, or we're going to be overtaken by an instructor who's on a hot ride, see this dotted white line in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
We pull over to the left, let them through, vice versa. I'll radio to move, they'll pull over to the left.
Okay.
We can carry on. Keep on the black stuff, stay off the green stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent. So let's on. So I'm just going to keep the car in comfort initially. I just want you to get familiar with we're basically with the car, the grip, and then we can go to sport, and then sport plus, then we can start to push.
Yeah.
So it's quite a tight circuit here. You want to get close to the inside of the loop. Now this is a sweeping left, so you can start to get on the pad. It's going to let the car run out to the outside, and then we can gradually start to bring ourselves over to the left-hand side. So it's always out to in, and then nice turn in. So through here we've got a fast right, so you want to point the car out now towards the orange cone, so out to the orange, and then into the orange. Just start to squeeze that power on. Oh, got the limiter on. That's right.
There we go.
So full power. Good. And then when we get to the orange and blue, hit the brakes. Good. So hold the brake pressure. We're coming into a 90 right. Come off the brakes. Nice turn in. And then let the car just gradually drift out to the outside. Now you see where these blue cones are? I use that as a turning point.
Okay.
So you can turn into the inside. Very, very tight. Keeps tightening, keeps tightening, keeps tightening. Same for here as well.
So turn to the blue cone.
Yeah, turn to the blue cones. It's very easy here. A lot of people get on the power too early and then they end up on the grass. So it's over there and then back through. Nice, it's all been resurfaced, lovely. And then we'll go around again. But yeah, quite a technical little track. It's all about being nice and smooth. So nice turning, good, yeah. And back towards the inside. So just start to pick some of that power up. Keep going, more power, 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 more power. Good, and then hard on the brakes. Good, off the brakes, roll it in. And again, so out to the orange, just start to squeeze that throttle on. So out to the orange, good. Keep turning, yeah, good. Full power. And then brake hard, hard, good. Off the brakes, roll it in. Start to pick a little bit of that throttle up. Good, get back on the brakes. So this is in comfort mode, remember? This is sort of the chilled out setting. So the biggest things when we go to Sport Plus is the throttle control. A lot of people sort of lurching around.
It's really responsive.
Yeah, to drive a car fast is again 70% throttle. If you're smooth on your pedals, your throttle and your brake, the steering is easy. You know, that's just you feeding it in. But if you're really rough with the pedals, the car's going to feel rough and people lose confidence. So I'm just going to put it into sport now, which is the intermediate. So just start to squeeze some of that power on. So let it run out to the exit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. And then hard on the brakes. Off the brakes, roll the speed through. And it's all about keeping minimum speeds up. So out to the orange. Going, and then into the orange. Get to the orange, don't miss the apex. Good. Good. And then on the brakes hard. Good. Give it a little bit of throttle up, lovely. And just roll the speed through the inside. Good. So, good. And can you feel when you get on the power, all the weight goes to the rear. So if you're on the power and turning at the same time, you'll create a lot of understeer because all the weight has been lifted from the front to the rear. So you want to roll the speed through, off throttle, and then pick the power up when you're ready to go. Because once you get on the power, you shouldn't have to come off until you get to the next corner.
Okay, so wait until you're...
Yeah, basically, it's all about just rolling the speed through. Because again, through here you can pick the power up because it's a sweeping left because you're coming in. And then on the brakes. But through the hairpins and stuff, just roll the speed through. So out to the orange, and then in. Get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in. Good, it's better. Speed through. So you can see again, pick the power up. You see how it pushes you further from the apex?
Yeah, you sort of lose that.
Yeah, which is fine because we're still nowhere near towards understeer yet, but just got to be aware of that when we start to get faster and faster.
Okay.
Yeah, go, 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 go. Right, Sport Plus now. The throttle is going to be very sensitive. So yeah, start to pick that power up. Out as wide as you can and then in. That's better. Good. Hold those brakes. Off the brakes, roll it through. Good. Get back on the power again. Hold the brakes. Nice turn in. Good. So remember, good. Keep turning, good. Good, good. Do you notice again when you get off the throttle, the grip starts to come back because the weight then shifts to the front.
So you got to be smooth.
Yeah. Through, start to squeeze the power on again. Off the brakes, roll it through. Good. And then straight line, back towards the inside. So you basically want to make it as easy for yourself. So many people go right and then left. If you just straight and then left, you reduce distance. Easier to get back on the throttle. So out we go to the orange. Good. Keep going, keep going. Good. And let it run out. Just roll it through. Keep turning. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. You've got more lot to go. Good. Back through. Keep turning. Go on, get it in, get it in. Then start to pick the power up. Good. And just roll it through the inside and start to squeeze the power car. We'll just push up quite close and I'm going to ask them for a flyby. Silver Sea North. Can I get a flyby, please? Cool. So just follow them around and they'll give us a flyby. So
yeah,
follow them. Yeah, when they get there, pull over to the left. That's perfect. Sunday driver. Amazing grip though, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Not bad for a road car. This is on road tyre, it's not even on a slick. I think that's what people are most amazed by, and also the fact it's rear wheel drive. Because people think, oh, it's going to be really messy.
Really twitchy.
All the time.
So braking there, is that, am I leaving enough time there? Is it a bit late? Do you wait till the cones or
You can brake. You can brake.
Really?
That's fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're driving really nicely, super smooth. So just for what you're doing at the moment, considering you haven't done much, it's really nice. Yeah, just push, just chip away at it. I'll let you know if I think you're getting too deep. So these guys are going to pull over to the left, and we just keep to the right, and we'll go. Just say thanks to them. Yeah. Good. So let's turn in again, get towards the inside. Just start to pick that power up. Nice. Really good gearboxes on these as well, super smooth.
Smooth change.
Yeah. So out to the orange and then in. Good. Keep going, and then out to the exit. And on the brakes. Lovely. Off the brakes, roll the speed so you can get a wheel on the inside. There we go. So there we go. That's the understeer I'm talking about, and that's because you're on the throttle.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously now what you're getting on power understeer, the rear wheels are pushing the fronts too much.
So do you not touch it at all?
No, you can touch it, but you just don't want to go over. So if you start to
power.
feel a bit of unpower understeer, what should you do?
Let off the accelerator.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then it drops the nose, the grip's there again, you haven't got the rear wheels pushing you, and then you can get through the corner. It's very easy. You can always tell with people on track days and things like that because they're getting loads of understeer, they're over driving.
Yeah.
Start to feel the traction control really working, can't you? If you get on the power too early, then it's just going to stop.
Just hold it back.
So do a couple more laps, then I'm going to dial it off slightly.
Okay.
Small handling mode. But remember, you have to be smooth on the throttle because the rear is going to move around a lot.
Okay.
Amazing things. This car weighs 1.6 tons, 1.7 tons, and the brakes never fade.
Yeah,
These are
really
so good. All the ceramics on them, they're great.
They take a while to heat up.
Because they're steels, they're not carbon. They're not carbon ceramics. So that's the thing. Carbon ceramics are great for track days, but you can never use them on the road because when they're cold, they don't work. When you hit the brake, there's no binding action. But considering these are steels, they stay very cool. Too early. It's very tempting, isn't it? People associate speed with throttle all the time. Good.
That's the ABS.
Yeah, it's fine. Use it. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good driving, Jimmy. Keep it tight, and then start squeezing the power. You always want to get on the power sort of as the car's straightening up because the car accelerates quicker in a straight line than it does going around a corner. So it's creating straight lines on racetracks basically. Back through, start squeezing the power. So turned a little bit late there, which is why you have to then do it. So if you turn early, you can just let the car drift down. So out to the orange. Keep it turning up. Good. very easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to go.
I think because I'm losing sort of corner speed, so you're trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
Going in a bit slower than normal.
Yep. Carry on. Good to start. Squeeze that power. Go on. Get on the power. Get on the power. Get on the power. But yeah, the traction control aids help you. Traction control helps you out a lot. So you get on the power early, it stops the car, settles the car. Keep turning it. Good. Up those brakes. Good. Again. Back through, start powering again. Good. Just roll it through so you can get it straight, and then just straight line, there we go. And then turn.
Oh, okay.
And out. Good. Off the brakes. So turn it in. Good. Again, a little bit of understeer there, that's not a problem because the car's still going where we want it to go and you're off throttle.
Okay.
So,
it's just a
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come off this lap, we'll go back onto the wet circle, do a bit of drifting.
Yep.
If you're happy for that? We can see
Yeah,
that.
no, that sounds good.
Yeah, mega cars, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Takes a lot of concentration
It
from
does.
me.
And then we're going to go right here. It's the ultimate family wagon, this.
And I bet I'm like got a clue how much the car's actually doing the work there.
Yeah,
I'll probably
yeah.
be in the tree somewhere.
Yeah, if you
that.
turn everything, because it's 510 horsepower, you can't
Yeah.
just full power through there, you have to blend it if you've got all the systems off. So we're going to go right. And I'll get everything. Well, as you've seen on this, you know, when you turn all the systems off.
Oh, yeah. Stop here again.
No, just go straight on.
Yeah.
Happy you know what you're doing.
T2 traffic section.
So, remember, let's see how you get on now, considering you've gone from super low grip to
Yeah.
no grip and no aids. Oh, look at that. Good. Again.
Radio check.
Check.
T2 traffic section. Go ahead, mate.
Good. Off the bar. Off the bar. Oh, just held that. And again. There we go. See? The throttle's there. Minimal steering.
Yeah.
Off the brakes. It's right. It's just there. It's quite slippery, so it just
okay.
that's not your fault. You know, it's just because the surface is not consistent. Then. Good, mate. Carry
Yeah.
on. Yeah. So you're getting the hang of it now. A bit more comfortable.
Just with the
Throttle, that's all
balance
it
of the
is.
throttle.
That's right. Script up. And again. Yep. That's so much better. I always find it helps when someone's gone on the track, got a bit more familiar with the car, then come back on
When
here.
you feel a bit more comfortable.
Power, good grip, straighten up. Good. Again. Off the bar. Straighten up. Good. Good. It's off the bar now. And back on. That little bit there just gets a bit slippery.
just
so
extra
yeah,
slippery
just
there,
come
yeah.
off and then let it grip and then back on the power again. Right here as well is quite slippery. too
Yeah.
much, exactly. Off the part. Good. And again. Here we go. Good. Here we go. So there, that's just the throttle there, just a little bit, just let it die.
Slow, is it? Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Just always thinking ahead of the car. You think, okay, rear's coming, what should I do? Right, bit of throttle here, just start to pick it up.
Just to keep
keeps
it.
everything spin. Cool, yep.
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 Way too much.
Cool. So we'll come off this lap.
Yep.
Back on.
Straight through there.
Straight through that.
And then left it.
Left down here, yeah, perfect. Cool. Right, let's go head back onto the track.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good little facility this, you know, it does everything you want to do really. It's
Yeah, good to try it all out.
Exactly. So,
This one here.
yeah. So, cool, we'll keep left, we'll just have a stop, we'll let these guys through. Not sure who's driving that, might be an instructor.
Charlie stepping down.
I'll just warm it up. Yeah, we'll go.
Yep.
That's Josh Hill, that's Damon Hill's son.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So does he instruct here as
Yeah,
well?
he says instructing occasionally, yeah. He's a good lad, Josh. Super funny guy. Cool, right, let's get Sport Plus. Excellent. So remember, so out to the orange and into the orange. Smooth. Good. Good, good. Good turn in. Start to pick a little bit of power up. Lovely. Roll it in. Same here as well. Good. Just start to blend some of that power on. Lovely. Good. So get it in towards the inside. Keep it tight. Then start to pick the power up. Let it run out. Let it run out. Back out to the left. Good on the brakes. Just turn in. Keep it turn, keep it turn. Keep turning. Good. Just keep it tight towards the inside. See? What did we do
A
there?
little bit wide
Too
there,
much
yeah.
power.
Okay.
Got on the power too early. Just lifted the front, pushed it out. So again, very easy to do.
Yeah.
Very easy to do. It's all about being very technical. It's to the point where the throttle, if you want it, if you get to the stage where you do the throttle, don't even think about it, steering just there. It's just because you use a lot of, you're constantly thinking about it. It's very tiring because you're constantly having to concentrate. So I'm trying to get it where everything's just second nature, and then it's just steering.
You have to think as well.
Exactly. Let's turn in. Good. Start to pick that throttle up. Back towards the inside. Good. Round again. Start to pick the power up. Keep going. Power, power, power. Good. Very stable as well under all the braking as well. All the systems just
Yeah, it holds it all together.
Good. So get it in, turn it more, then you can pick the power up again. Good. last lap and then I can take you around for a quick 5-minute blast?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's pick that power up. So out to the orange and into the orange. Off the power, turn it in. Good. Off the power, turn it in. Roll it through. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Back through again. Cool. And then we'll come off this lap, and then there's a little area we can just park him. Yeah, left here. But yeah, phenomenal cars, aren't they?
Yeah, so good.
So we're going to go
Great fun.
down the access road.
This way?
Yeah, and you can see there's a lay-by just in the court. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
park
just
it.
in front of us,
Yeah,
yeah.
just get left here. Perfect. Cool.
Lovely.
Just have a stop. Look. Cool. To put into park, you just press the button on the end.
Okay.
Weird, isn't it? It took me ages
Yeah.
to get used to. I'm so used to the stalk down here. Cool. Right, so yeah, I'll show you how stable these things are under braking, because you can see how late you can brake. Super,
Hell, yeah.
super stable under
I thought we'd already hit that.
It's manual. Cool. Cool, so yeah, we'll go down the wet straight first and just show you some sliding and drifting on these. And then we can go to the track and then finish off the wet circle. Hopefully these guys will move. Yes, they will. So you come in, again, just a little squeeze of power. There it comes out. You just keep it, look, barely anything. Barely any steering. Yeah, we just straighten it up. Go. So that's it, it's just super smooth
Yeah.
on the throttle. Right, that's busy, let's go onto the track. And also the noise on these.
Nice.
Love it.
4x4 stepping down.
Cool, right. So nice turn in, squeeze of power, back on the brakes, wait for the grip, then just let the come all the way out, on the power, hit the brakes hard, wait for it, then start to bend the power. And you can see with the states off, the rear moves around quite a bit. Use all the road. Coming up, and then you just squeeze that power on. Wait for the grip, bit of oversteer, back in, hold it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Back on the brakes again, turn it in. It's all about just being nice and smooth with those brakes, let the brakes take through. Using all the road. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, really nicely balanced as well. Wait for it out to the outside. Yeah, amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Really, really good.
fun.
Feeling alright?
Yeah, yeah, feel good.
Right, let's see if we can go on the wet circle. Right, so, 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 there's so much confidence in these cars because once you get to know them, you know exactly what they can do.
So do you have any with the aids on?
No,
them?
I've got all of them.
That's all off.
Yeah, all off. Yeah, it's got it in race mode, so just. But even with the aids, I mean, as long as you're happy. But a lot of people are like, oh no, these cars are animals. You get yourself in trouble, and of course you will. It's like anything 500 horsepower. But if you drive the car properly, they're fine.
Yeah.
There's a big stigma about these being like, oh, really, really bad. They're dangerous, but not as dangerous. The same as any car can be. Yeah. Oh mate, if it's a hot day and it's hot laps, so sometimes I come down and do hot laps, it's Christ, I mean I think I've burned through a set of rears in an hour and a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Loved it.
Did you enjoy that?
Good fun, yeah, thank you mate. Loved it.
That's quite right.
Loved it.
No, it drove really, really well. Really, really
Yeah?
good, especially on the circle. That's really difficult. Loads of people, I've had people who done a lot of track days and things and they can't get used to it at all. So. Considering you don't really do much in rear wheel drive as well.
Yeah.
It's great. Reversing cameras and these are awesome as well. They show you exactly where the car's going to end up.
Yeah. So clever.
Yeah. So if you can't park one of these,
You're in
you
trouble.
got you got some
Should be
issues.
in a car.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, mate.
That's quite all right.
I loved it.
Have you got my drive?
Cool. Let me just make sure this is.
I took out one of mine.